justice nonprofit organizations in Colorado fighting for reproductive justice on the front lines, fighting for education, fighting for LGBTQ rights, women's rights in the workplace, economic justice. And this broad experience that I have in leading these organizations gives me a unique experience of not only living the intersectionalities that make up our lives externally, but also working on the intersectional issues when we bring any policy forward. I commit that if I am given the honor to serve as your next U.S. Senator, that I will be looking at every single policy piece that I am given with a lens of equity, with a lens of justice, and with a lens of ensuring that it's rooted in creating a sustainable future. And I can commit to that because it's what I've always done. Thank you.
The way that I got into climate activism is that my husband and our 4 kids and I were all in Australia. And what Australia was doing is they were dredging a harbor and dumping the spoil on the Great Barrier Reef in order to build 3 liquefied natural gas plants, which they did in the place that's my husband's favorite place in the world. I came back here and saw that Colorado had become a petro state. When I started to research what was going on in Australia, I learned that Colorado had become an industrial petro state. And it was heartbreaking. The reason that I decided to get into climate activism 10 years ago is because I wanted to try to address these issues. And honestly, I don't pat myself on the back because we had barely moved the needle at all, and that's the reality. I have so much compassion and also fear for future generations, but I think that there's lots of amazing people here and incredible people running for all kinds of elected positions. But I think what we have to realize is that some people in this race have actually actively joined with oil and gas. Some people have actually tried to defend lack of regulations. And I think what does make me somewhat unique is that I will support citizen-led ballot initiatives that come to the ballot. And if more candidates had done that last year, we would now have a 2,500-foot setback. Candidates and electeds didn't support that. And in 2016, 2014, same thing. So we have to actually expect more from our candidates and more from our electeds. And if we had done those things in the past, that we would not now have the travesty that we now have, that is in Broomfield and Erie and all over in Weld County, all over Colorado, we have major problems. We need more activism, but you guys give me hope because you guys can figure out who's best positioned to take out Cory Gardner and what they're going to do once they get to the Senate. Thank you so much for coming.
What makes me uniquely qualified to address this crisis is the same thing that makes you uniquely qualified to address this crisis. We have not just a once, but a last-in-a-lifetime opportunity to end our reliance on fossil fuel and to rescue life on Earth itself. We've driven, as you heard earlier this afternoon, 1 million species now to the point of extinction. They didn't sign up for that. And they don't have a right to vote. We do. It's a good thing, too, because they would probably vote us off this global island. So our obligation as humans is not to condemn our children and grandchildren and the other creatures that share this fragile planet to a world that's virtually uninhabitable for large sections of all of us, but instead to act now. The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "The ultimate measure of a man, might have said a woman, is not where he or she stands in moments of comfort or convenience, but instead at times of challenge and controversy." This is a time of challenge and controversy. And we need women and men, not just on this stage or in this room, but in rooms like it all across the world, to bring the courage of our convictions into this fight, to act as if our lives depended on it, because they do. That's the inspiration that took me when I left college to Montgomery, Alabama, to work for the Southern Poverty Law Center, to join the fight against the Ku Klux Klan and neo-Nazi groups. I did not expect, by the way, to be having the same fight 30 years later, or to find a president of the United States on the wrong side of that fight. But we ought to make sure that we bring to this cause the same sense of urgency, the same set of skills, the same passion, the same commitment to justice that's driven every major social moment of progress in American history. And I hope whoever you pick, you'll join us in this fight. I'd be honored to earn your support.
Thank you. And Trish, thank you so much. We've heard a lot tonight about the need for experts to address this question, and I completely agree, and that's actually why I'm here tonight. This is a scientific problem. Addressing climate change is the trouble of science, and we need to have scientists on that committee to actually be able to address it. And right now, there are none. We have none, and I am ready to bring that professional experience to the table. And am I serious about this? Yes, I am. Because as the youngest candidate on this stage, I am literally fighting for my future, as are so many of the young adults in this room right here. When we talk about the most serious effects of climate change, our current president is going to be dead. I will not, with any luck. Imagine putting me against Gardner, who happens to be on the science committee, and letting me rail him for everything that he has done and all of the anti-science rhetoric that we have seen him support. I will take him down. And I will do it with the most aggressive, comprehensive, evidence-driven plan to address a scientific concern that we have available. And you have the report, and you will be able to find it on our website